Welcome to the stream. My name's Daniel Vera, or Dow Codes as always. And today we're going to be doing our new Thursday routine, which is we're going to be doing a gang of 4 design patterns. So we'll get into what design patterns are just for a little bit, just for a second. But then, as the title says, we're going to be talking about the template method. And then we'll get into an example of it and do an actual live coding of it. But yeah, so design patterns really are kind of a software engineer's bread and butter. It is a way for us to use replicable patterns that have already solved common problems. So in the case of the template method pattern, it is what's called I want to make sure I get this right, a behavioral pattern. So when you need a specific behavior and you come upon this scenario where you have a shared logic for some of the steps, but not all the steps, then you get into it. So let's start with our design pattern. So the template method, in its simplicity, is a way to increase code reuse when there is shared functionality, but there is uniqueness per concrete type. So I'm going to switch over to code. And interestingly enough, we have actually coded a template method in Dow Breakpoint. Alrighty, I'll give you guys a second to figure out which one it is. But if you're keen, which I'm sure you are, right there. So we have some shared logic that all filtered lists do. In this case, the filtered lists, the only shared logic they have is that toList async call by passing in a tentity with search params. But each repository derives this apply search filters, this abstract method, and needs to make it concrete, needs to give you the implementation. So we'll get back to what this looks like, but we'll do a little more simple example for a second. So if we go in here, and we're gonna just do some dummy code here at the bottom. So get away from everything else. So simple example, right? So you have a basic service, and the key thing is that this is an abstract class, right? So you want some shared logic in your thing. Maybe this is a get description. And it's not always going to be the base service. So why don't we say string name equals, and then down here, we're going to do a public abstract string get name. And now the base service doesn't know how this is implemented. But now you can very quickly get lots of things going on here, right? So maybe over here we have concrete1, concrete service, concrete cool service, we'll call it that. And then this derives from the base service. Go here, implement the abstract class, and now we get a name where we can decide at the level it is required, we know how to get name. In this case, it's gonna be something simple like this. But maybe you're not a cool class, maybe you're an awesome class. Right? Obviously, this is really dumb, but this is where we're going, right? So now we have awesome. So now, when you get a base service, you can always call get description, and you don't have to rewrite service description every single time. So now, in a real world scenario, this is something I do all the time. Let me just go. We'll deal with that later. The base repository. So this is defining a way for a entity to talk to the database. But I don't know how I want to apply my search filters. So if you look at this derive, for a player, I can look for a player's name. I can look for an email. but I don't have to know that at the level of the base repository, right? All I know is I'm getting a T entity of some sort, a list of them. That's my return type, and I pass in T-search params. That's it. So if we were going to do another, we could define the search filters differently. And we could also have more shared logic here. But that's simply it for the temple method pattern. We'll keep these really quick, keep these super short. So yeah, if you ever have any questions about temple method, it's a super simple one, but it helps lots of code reuse, right? If we had more things, say we implement pagination logic here, right? Now you don't need to add that at the level of each repository. I just do it one time at the base repository level. So you get some pretty cool things, lots of shared reuse there with the temple method. But yeah, that's going to be it for our Thursdays design patterns segment. But so we'll get into the actual code. And if you guys ever have any, things that you want me to cover, just like as a talking thing of, for software engineering, XYZ at the beginning, that'd be great. At the beginning is a great time. So if you have any questions, shoot me a message or otherwise.